Hi, Ray Hayden here, and this video is an experimental video, and that clap up front was for me to synchronize when my hands touch to the sound of the hand clap. And I'll explain why in this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like the video, make that comment below, let me know you came by to say hi, and if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate the growth on the network, and it's pretty much how we live and die on YouTube, and I greatly appreciate it. So let's talk about this experimental video and what I'm doing here. I have my ZTE Axon 7. This is my old cell phone. I haven't used it as a cell phone in a while because the signal with the company I was using at the time is just not good here. So we had to go to a different company and get a different phone, right? But this phone, the ZTE Axon 7, is a flagship phone. That's what I was trying to remember the name in another video, but it's a flagship phone. It's like their top-notch phone, like not premier or whatever. It's called their whatever I just said. The flagship phone. That's the one that's like the best of what they're making at the time. When I purchased the ZTE Axon 7, that was their flagship phone. It was very affordable. It was very inexpensive. And I found it to be a fantastic phone. It really, really worked for me, and I loved it to pieces. And I still do, because I still use it as a video camera. I shoot a lot of videos with this phone using this microphone. This is the Rode, R-O-D-E SmartLav Plus. And it's got a 3.5 foot cable on it. And you'll notice if it's only got that short of a cable, I'm further away from that from the GoPro, right? So I'm recording my sound into my phone, and what I'm going to have to do after the fact is take the sound file, put that, copy that over to my computer, take the GoPro video file, which I'm recording in, as you see on the screen here, you see all this video stuff going on, it's all the same image, but it's the OBS 26.1.1. OBS is Open Broadcaster Software, and that's the software I'm using to capture the video. But it's not capturing the audio. You don't see, if you look down on the screen there and move my mouse around down here, you don't see anything moving around. I got a Canon Vixia HF R500 hooked up. I got the Shure X2U actually not hooked up. The GoPro 8 and a display capture. That's the screen we're seeing up here. But that's just my monitor. But what we got going on here is you don't see any sound. There's no sound going on, right? So I made that little clap motion up front so I can match up the sound with the visual. And then the rest of it, because it's digital files, the rest of it should match up. Not like the old days we were using tape and you get humidity, temperature changes and stuff like that, and the tape changes. So for a short clip, it'd be great. But if you're trying to capture an hour, by the end of the hour, you might be 3 seconds off on when somebody's speaking and then when words come out. So it's kind of a mess. So now let me explain what it is that I'm actually doing here. I'm testing the GoPro as a webcam. So it's hooked up like it would be a webcam, and I'd be doing some kind of lecture or something like that, whatever. I'd make my picture. Let's do what this would actually look like here. I'll do a thing and I'll bring it back. Okay, so we'll take my picture here and we'll put it like, say, I don't know, down the bottom of the screen somewhere over here, right? There we go. And then I'll do a transition because the left and the right don't equal now. So I'll hit the transition thing, and that's what you're really looking at. So my picture is down here. This is the GoPro image, and I'll tell you that little bit. Let me get rid of the red box. That image there should be pretty darn sharp, right? Because it's a tiny thing. Even though it's a 1080p image, it should look pretty darn sharp in a windowed box, right? That's the thing about webcams. You don't need a 16K video unless you're on a 70-inch monitor, right? And if you're going to be planning to do that, well, then you'd have that kind of bandwidth to do it. But I don't have that kind of bandwidth, and a lot of people don't. So let's go ahead and make this transition. That's why I have this particular version, this window view of OBS open up like this, because you see the left hand side, I make my manipulations to the video over there, and then I hit this transition button up here, and it changes to what you actually are seeing on the video when you're playing it back. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, so it gives us a bigger image to point out what we're looking at here. This image over here is the preview, as it says up here. This image over here is the program. This is what they're going to be seeing. When you hit the transition and whatever pops up on the program, that's what's being recorded that people are going to see. So I just saw a glitch happen. That was kind of interesting. And that might be a GoPro glitch. So it looked like a video glitch, and that would have been a GoPro because I haven't seen it on any other cameras that I've been using, and that's why we test things, right? And it's okay if it's in there, for this. But on the real deal, if you're doing a lecture or something like that, you're going to have to edit that out. Anyway, so here's the deal. You see this little green and blue and black box here. It's over here real small too. Again, these are just like two little video monitors, but this here is where the game's being played. This is where everything's happening down here at the bottom of the screen. That's why you see my mouse moving around on all these different screens, right? But this bottom one in the center is what we're talking about here. That's the audio mixer right there down the center. And the Canon Vixia HF R500 is a camcorder that's actually on its own little tripod right behind the GoPro. The desktop audio is if I was doing a gaming video or something like that, which I don't do very much, but if I was doing a gaming video and it had noise, sound effects from the game, that's what that would be. The GoPro 8 is GoPro. It doesn't put out sound to the video, so we're kind of out in the woods on that. The microphone auxiliary label down here, that's if I plug a microphone into the microphone input on my computer. Now the front input on my computer doesn't work. I don't know why. Maybe bad connection or something, bad wire, who knows. The back connection works a lot better, right? And I have a whole bunch of USBs all over the place that I can plug things into on this computer. So I like the USB. That's like the Shure X2U microphone adapter. I like that because you can take an XLR microphone, plug it into your computer. Now here is the big problem. The video from the GoPro goes into the computer. I can record that into the computer, not a problem. I can record audio into the computer, not a problem. They don't sync up, right? So I'm trying to find a solution for what the synchronization thing would be to get that to happen. And in all honesty, I'd have to separate the video from the audio, which they would be, okay? They'd kind of be separated like that anyway. But if I force them to separate, then I can slide the audio track to match up with my lips moving, or if I do the clapper up front and make a noise, and then I can do it. Then every edit I make will be synchronized. That'll be fine. If I'm going to chop things up and pull things out, then that's fine. Other than trying to start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, because if I did that, every clip would be out of synchronization. I'd have to resync every single individual clip. So it's better to just start your recording, make your clappered sound, match it up once, and then put all your good, bad, and indifferent video on the video editor, and then you can make your cuts and everything else, and everything will stay synchronized all the way through. And if you have to make a minor change, that's okay, but you don't have to do the whole thing for every single individual clip that you have. That would be a nightmare. So anyway, so that's the test. Off-camera microphone being recorded into a cell phone. This is going to make a standalone audio file. I'm going to take that file, upload it into my computer, take the video file from OBS software, put that in the editor, pull the audio into the editor, synchronize it up, and then that's the video that you're seeing right here. I have a couple more tests that I want to do with this, with the GoPro, the off-camera audio and stuff like that. But the next video I'm going to do, or one of the next videos I'm going to do using the GoPro, is I'm going to use the GoPro with a microphone that's going to be working on the GoPro, right? Because it's easier if you do that clappered noise and everything else, and you have two audio tracks, it's much easier to synchronize them up, right? So that's what I'm going to do in one of my videos. I don't know if I'm going to show me editing one of these things together. It'd probably be a real short one, maybe 2-3 minutes or whatever, just to demonstrate what I'm doing, how I'm doing it kind of thing. And you really get the visual for what it is. But basically, it's like you see your sound wave. Let me open up this thing here. You'll see the wave file on. It actually shows on my screen. I think you can see it there, right? So you see the wave file happening right there. All you have to do is match up the clap, right? So you put some silence in front, clap. You have some silence, and you can match that up because it's obvious where it is, and you can see where your hands are meeting together. But if the GoPro is recording the sound too, and I have this additional off-camera sound, like in another video I did just on that particular process, you can clearly see where it's synchronized. It's crystal clear. You're not going to make a mistake with that. So that's the other one I want to use with that. And I also want to do some drone flights with the drone flying backwards in front of me, kind of be like a dolly shot. And it's going to be off because the drone doesn't record any sound, right? So I have to record my sound there. So again, fire up the drone, make the clap. So I see it on the drone video, and then I can set up the drone in height and have it do a dolly shot following me while I'm talking about anything, birds and the bees, flowers and the trees, whatever. So, that's another experimental video I'm going to make. But these experimental videos are to help me identify how best to use the different equipment in a smooth package and get it done in a smooth way, so that editing, it's like they say, you want to shoot your video for the editor to make it not a nightmare in the editing booth, okay? So with that, we're going to wrap this one up. Again, don't forget to give me that like, give me that thumbs up, drop a comment below, let me know you came by to say hi, and if you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button. Greatly appreciate the growth on the network. Until I catch you in the next video, take care and be well.